Hello folks, Farmer Bob here. I am I have my sorry I have my phone on a selfie stick because it gets to be a real pain when you're holding your hand out like that and your arm gets tired. So I'm trying to do this, and then you can see I'm squinting because Kirsten says you shouldn't have your sunglasses on. Well, all right, I don't have my sunglasses on, but I'm going to be squinting. It's just the way it is. So, hi, and I would like to begin this by asking your forgiveness for our absence. Kirsten and I have been gone for quite a while. We have been just underwater, harvesting chickens. Let's see, last week we did, one day we did, I think, almost 130 in one day last week, which was the second harvest of that week. We did 60 earlier in the week. So we've had that going on about every other week, a whole bunch of chickens to harvest. And then in the meantime, we were, getting Amberly all set up, packed, prepared and packed, and then moved to Louisville. She's down in Louisville to study to do her PhD at the University of Louisville. So she is not in our home anymore, at least right now. And she's down there and going to begin studying soon. So I keep looking down here because I got to have notes. If any of you have talked with me very much, you know that I tend to like to run down a rabbit trail and then I forget where I was and just kind of go down a rabbit trail. So hopefully this will keep me from running down a rabbit trail. So I have a little story to tell you. I was at a B&I meeting, Business Network International. I was filling in on Friday for Donna. Hi, Donna, if you're watching this. And I was talking with a financial planner before the meeting began. And we just chatted. The meeting began, and part of that whole system is that you have a time when everybody goes around that's at the meeting and gives a little commercial for their business and what they do. And the financial planner, he gave his commercial, and his commercial was about telling a story about some of his clients, a husband and wife, who had just called him recently, very recently, to to thank him for an investment that he had them make. And that investment was long-term care insurance. So that, for those of you who don't know, long-term care insurance is for to go into assisted living, what older guys like me call it the nursing home, and it's insurance for that. So if you get a debilitating disease, you hopefully you purchase this long-term care insurance ahead of time, and you can go into a nice facility that'll take care of you well. So he was relaying that story about how they were so thankful that he had them do that investment about 5 years previous, so 5 years ago, and which made me go, wow, oh my goodness. So in this group, after everybody does their commercial, there's a break. During that break, man, I hopped up and went right back over to that guy and I said, dude, nice job with that investment and way to take care of your people. I said, but do you really like them? Do you really care for them? And he looked at me like, what? I said, if you really like them, you can actually help them, not just with the insurance, but you can help them avoid this whole, you know what? I forgot to tell you the punchline. The punch is, as you've figured out, one of them needed it. One of them needs to be prepared to start using this long-term insurance, long-term care insurance. And the wife was just given a diagnosis of the very early beginnings of Alzheimer's, which is very sad. So, at the break then, I jumped up and went over and talked to him. Do you really care? Do you really care for your clients? And he was like, didn't have an answer. And I said, if you really care for them, she can be healed. And he was like, just looked at me again with a blank stare. I said, Alzheimer's can be fixed. And he's like, what? Alzheimer's? And I said, yeah, Alzheimer's is because, I'm sorry, I got a fly buzzing me, is because your liver and your kidneys get plugged up, which your liver and your kidneys are your filters for your body. They get plugged up, and the toxins that your liver and kidneys would normally get out start being put into your brain and jack your brain up, and you get Alzheimer's. And he said, I didn't know that. And I said, I know, that's all right. I said, but if you really care for them, why don't you refer them to an alternative doctor, because the medical industry doesn't have an answer. They just give you a bunch of medicine, which plugs up your filters even more, which makes your brain worse. Your thing, here's your thing up here, in case you're wondering your thing. It's even worse, and they just kind of pat you on the back and give you a sad, oh, I'm so sorry, sad look. But you don't have to. Alternative care can clean out your liver and your kidneys and get that Alzheimer's tended to. I said, do you really care for them? And I said, because I'll give you names and phone numbers of doctors that can help them. And he said, no, I do care for them. And no, there was a man here who was part of our group who isn't part of it anymore, but he's an alternative doctor. I'll send them to them. Great, I said. So those of you who have spent much time with me and talked to me know I'm very passionate about this. You don't have to be sick. You don't have to endure disease. It's possible to avoid it. And I'll get into it more and more, but this was just an introduction. One, I'm going to stop here because I'm going to get rolling. But one was to apologize and say, sorry we've been gone, but hopefully we're back. And then number two was to relay this story. Now, obviously, I have other things that I want to say to you, and I'm going to say them beginning tomorrow. We'll start talking about it more. I hope to start coming to you every day, every other day, something like that. But there'll be a good topic, all right? So I'm going to end right here. Make sure you come and you see me tomorrow. You'll get another email tomorrow. All right, good day to you. Eat well.